Hey, you're watching the Squad Goals podcast. If you want to listen to us, you can just go visit Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, and iTunes. Links down in the description.
Can anyone name the 10 Commandments in order?
The first commandment, thou shalt not kill.
No.
Bam.
And it goes from the worst to the least. It's thou shalt not have any strange gods before me.
Oh, yeah.
Thou shalt not take the Lord in name in
vain.
vain.
Okay.
Remember to keep the Sabbath.
Yeah.
Honor thy mother and father. Then you shouldn't kill. Then you shouldn't commit adultery.
Yeah.
Then you shouldn't.
Covet slaves.
Then you shouldn't.
The slaves were like down at the bottom. They were like number 10.
Shouldn't steal. Don't bear false witness against thy neighbor. Don't covet thy neighbor's wife. And then don't covet thy neighbor's goods.
No, it said slaves. And first of all, why did they just threw that in because 9 commandments sounded bad? They were just like, we got the one more.
Yeah, why did they separate wife and goods?
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the Squad Goals podcast, episode 53. That doesn't sound right to me.
Look at
I'm
us
AJ.
3.
And to my left we have
D-Lo.
and to my right.
Devon.
And that was our commandment talk, commandment cast.
Welcome.
We overlapped into
I
the
thought you were saying that was our episode.
And that's our Sunday service.
You can check our other podcast called the Squad Goals Podcast, which is a religious podcast that exists on iTunes because they took our name.
God Goals.
Is it God Goals?
It's God Goals.
No, they took Squad Goals. There's a Squad Goals podcast that's a Christianity-based podcast.
Oh, we're going to change our name to God Goals.
That's us. No, that's us.
Welcome to the God Goals
You
podcast.
didn't know I host it on Sunday nights.
When was the last time
That would be a good time to drop it.
Yeah, once you guys brought me on, I was like, I just need to feel the spirit. So every Sunday night, me and a couple of guys would get it together. I set the mics up.
Yeah. Like us men do during guys' night.
Yeah, when we go out.
Yeah. When they think that we're going out, but we're just
sending my prayers
Bible
up.
Scriptures.
Take me to the King.
I got barbecue food today. And
Barbecue. BBQ.
I want to vent about something.
Yeah, it was trash.
No, it was good. Barbecue. I am a slut for good barbecue. I grabbed that's why
went to Mission Barbecue, right?
Yeah, it's not the greatest barbecue, but it's
okay.
Close. It's close. I like their sauces.
I've never been.
The sauces are good.
Their meat's okay. They don't really cook it in a real smoker, and that's
They
points off for me.
sunnies it.
Yeah, they just cook it in the kitchen, like you can see them doing the work.
But
anyway,
they give you a lot of options for barbecue.
Oh, they have 6 different sauces, and they're all different, like, states. They're all from different states.
That, like, Kentucky white sauce is mad good.
Yeah.
I like the
I'm not getting no Kentucky white.
I like
sauce.
I like the West Virginia smoky.
Virginia. That one's good. There's like a mountain one. I don't know what it's called, but that one's good.
I think that's the Smoky. It's a Smoky Mountain, but it's from West Virginia.
That one, that one's good.
On a total tangent,
Okay.
but I just wanted to vent about my experience.
Yeah. It was
because
trash.
I walked in, I'm waiting to order my food, and these people in front of me, you go up to the counter, you order, it's one of those restaurants.
Yeah.
These people were taking forever.
I hate when people take
And they're
forever.
like having a conversation, and then the girl's like, so like, what do we do now? And he's like, you sit down and then we'll call your name and you get your food. And she's like, how does this go? And I'm like, have you never been
been out?
She was old enough to have been to a quick service restaurant like that.
Yeah.
She's like,
she
wait.
wasn't like a teenager, like in high school.
What if she was from the past? What if she's a time traveler and she didn't know? She's like, so wait, I don't have to hunt?
I don't have to sit down and wait 45 minutes for my food?
I don't have to cook this?
Where's the server?
And then like the guy in her group was wearing a Marine shirt. The guy's like, were you in the Marines? And he's like,
because they get a discount.
Yeah, it's
I didn't think they get a discount.
They get a
just
discount.
Like a dessert, I think.
They take care of the veterans.
They just get
a
dessert.
It's a military themed restaurant.
It is, but all you get is a dessert.
So
I'm throwing shots at Mission Barbecue.
So you floss on
you
them
can
a
do
little
better.
So if I get one of my dad's like army shirts that he wore during like training, I could be like,
You get a strawberry shortcake for free.
Well,
That's it.
that, I mean, ew.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ew. I knew what that meant.
It's my strawberry.
I know what that meant. Ew.
that's the woogity. You don't know the woogity? You ever watch
is
Rocket
that what you
Power?
were doing?
Yeah. Come on, give me some woogity.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
woogity.
I thought you were talking about a strawberry shortcake.
No, I'm pretty sure you know what a sexual term for strawberry shortcake. I only know of the one that consists of a fluffy cake
It's
and whipped cream and strawberries. Is it a pound cake?
I think there's two meanings because the meaning I know it's
or
like
a sponge cake. Is
when and then the other meaning is like
that's probably the nastiest thing you've ever said.
is a straw, which
Yo,
both those will be bleeped.
yeah, fucking that.
That's brutal. That's
We
disgusting.
are
The
not
fact that-
rated now.
The fact that someone would even conceive the idea to
That's
do
what
that,
I thought you meant. Like
We are-
I thought that's what
we
you
are
meant.
not rated
When
now.
you were going like
TV material.
when you were going like I'm going for the strawberry shortcake and then D'Angelo's like my strawberry shortcake. I thought we were all on the
You
same
should
page.
do like
with the
a-
We're
meaning.
nobody's
we
on
should
that.
do like the thing on the bottom rated M for mature.
Oh my god.
But
Welcome
anyway,
to Squargles Podcast late night.
after hours.
This is what happens when we record at 9.
Anyway, really, the guy had a
This
marine.
is cable.
We really digress from the story. The story really isn't as good. The guy's wearing a marine. He's wearing a marine shirt,
Yeah.
and then he's like, "Hey, were you in the Marines?" He's like, "Nah." And then the guy's like,
Missed that on the strawberry shortcake.
then he's like, I'm a veteran, and then they're talking about his military career. They
He's
with
like-
the cashier. Then their other friends like, well, I was Air Force, and he's like, oh, cool. And I'm like, I just want to order my.
Were you in the Marines? No, I'm just trying to get a free strawberry shortcake.
I was trying to get my food.
well,
Yeah, I was
I'm
like-
I'm a veteran.
I was like, and then they opened up another register.
Does he do that with everybody? If somebody comes in with like a UFC shirt, he's like,
you
so
in the
you in the UFC?
Well,
Comes in with a Pokemon shirt. He's like, so did you catch them all?
Well, I think the whole thing is to like support veterans, but they just use
no,
it.
but
Like
they
if
were
I
just
walked
having-
in
they were
with
having a
this, would he
chit-chat,
be like, so you
three
play
tour-
for the Seminoles?
3 tours in Afghanistan. Oh, before I start, thank you for your service. But it was like that was not the time place to be having the conversation.
You know why you had that
Every-
time
The
in
line's
that
going
place?
out the door.
Because of his service. So you sit there and
Yeah.
you let him tell his story.
Yeah.
Well, and
You put some respect on his name.
because he gave his service
Yeah.
to the country.
Without
now
him?
he gets a service.
Yeah.
well, I want service.
Well,
What did you do for the country?
Yeah.
I want my.
Besides
barbecue.
making this wonderful
I'm waiting
podcast,
for his service, him to serve me.
What did you do for your country?
like Janet Jackson said, what have you done
I paid
for
my-
us lately?
I paid my taxes.
Not enough.
Everyone pays their taxes except me.
Except
I'm Steph
and Wesley Snipes.
Martha.
But they opened up another register. Store's still going. Guy comes up. Guy is higher than a kite.
He's up there.
He was floating on that ceiling.
was
He's
on
just
a
like,
mission.
What if that's just his natural?
Yeah, what if
aura?
he was just back there smoking some pig and the smoke got
So
in his
he
eyes?
he's like, what can I get you? And I'm like, blah, blah, blah. And he's like,
You order the
okay.
blah blah blah.
And he's like, yeah,
That's why he probably looked high. He's like, this guy's high.
And he's
supposed
like-
to blah blah blah.
okay. And he's like, what was that again? He's like, did I say that was going to cost extra? I'm like, yeah, I know there's an upcharge for that. He goes, okay. What was your name? AJ. It's AJ. Okay, EJ. And I was like, no, AJ goes,
You should just go.
You
At
should've
this
just
point,
did it.
yeah, sure, I'm EJ.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call
What are
me.
you doing? What does it matter?
at that-
Why you have to get it right?
Technically,
Technically, my name.
it's AJ.
My name is AJ. It stands for Anthony
well,
John.
then I got my food. Good food. Have some ribs in the fridge.
We got no way to warm it up. Nah, nah. We got no microwave. Nah. Our oven
Your
don't
belly
work.
gonna ache.
Well, I was gonna segue now
story.
to
You shouldn't be eating pork anyway.
what is everyone's like pet peeves? Like, what is that thing that just grinds your?
I want to get a pet one day and name him Peeve.
That
People-
is. I feel like a pig would be a good pig name.
Pig the peeve.
Peeve.
Peeve the pig?
Peevy pig.
Peevy pig.
Or the penguin? Peevy
People
penguin?
who do unnecessary things, like what you're saying, asking too many questions for a simple thing like as getting your food.
Yeah.
Like, how does it work? I'd be like, yo, just do it. If you don't know how to do it, figure it out in like the 5-10 seconds. It's not that hard. Or when people come in and they quickly ask me where shit is, I'm like, there's signs in most of these buildings. A lot of the buildings that we work in have these big ass signs that tell people where to go. And then
Like,
as soon as they walk in the door, they see me like, hey, where do I go? And I'm like, it's right behind you.
Obvious questions?
Yeah, I'm like, yo, stop it. And I hate when people walk slow.
Oh, I was going to say that. I hate when people walk slow in front of me.
I hate when people walk fast and then they walk slow when they're in front of you.
I hate when people drive past me and then drive, like, if
Oh,
I'm at
yeah.
a red light, and then they go past me, and then they go slow in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Why is it when you're driving on an interstate, maybe this is a Florida only thing, people who drive pickup trucks, you'll be going 10 over the speed limit and they'll be like on your ass honking and then they pass you in a passive aggressive way. Always a pickup truck.
Because, let me tell you, all right, we might lose subscribers, but let me tell you about these pickup truck guys. I've lived with these pickup truck guys. These pickup truck guys are just boys who like to go fast, all right? They're just little boys who like to go fast in their big old trucks.
You were nicer than me.
No, yeah. I'm trying to keep people, but yeah.
No, if you drive a pickup
these
truck,
motherfuckers, they remember when they could put the balls on the truck before we made it illegal? Yeah, that symbolizes a pickup truck owner. If you own a pickup truck down here, you think you're the shit because you're like, oh, look how high my truck hit.
do people all around the country know what we're like? Is that just a southern thing? Because
Like,
they used to have the
pickup
truck nuts.
Yeah.
Where it's literally a pair of testicles that you hang on the hitch of your truck. That you hang on the
hitch of the truck. And they were riding around with these shits. And I was just like, these are the same people who would like, if they heard cussing in a rap song, would be like, what in tarnation? Turn this tarnation off. I'm saying tarnation, but I mean some other. And then I'm like, but you got nuts on your truck. And you got kids in the pickup bed going like, woo. They're jumping around making the nuts jiggle. Yeah. And you over here talking about, they can't say, come to the candy shop and lick me, don't stop. What? Stop it.
I'm going to say something unpopular, though.
Say it.
If you drive a pickup truck, no excuses. Yeah. There's no exception to this rule. If you drive a pickup truck, you have a small cock.
My dad drives a pickup truck.
Well, I hate to break the
we
news.
We just lost a subscriber. But no.
I mean, are you defending him? Are you going to defend him?
No.
We now have 2 subscribers.
Two.
And
the
symbolism is the truck was your penis that you're overcompensating for, and the balls there.
No. I want to say that people who drive pickup trucks, like regular pickup trucks,
unless it's for your profession.
Yeah, they're regular.
If it's for your profession.
But once you lift that motherfucking, that's when I'm like, yeah, you got a little one. You got a little thing right there. And they got the balls dangling. And then they be driving so damn fast. Because they know, they're like, this shit's metal and I'm bigger than you. I'll be fine. And that's kind of dickish.
There's people who just drive pickup trucks.
Unless it's for your profession. If it's for your profession, I get it. If I'm a construction worker, if I need to move a lot of lumber, yeah, I'm going to drive a pickup truck.
If you drive a pickup truck, if there is a disaster, you are obligated to pick up limbs, pick up people, pick up supplies. That's what a pickup truck is for. Don't be driving your pickup truck like it's a car. That's a pickup truck. Use it for utilities and emergencies.
If you drive a car...
I'm saying that because hurricane season's coming up. And if you have a pickup truck and I don't see you picking up some shit...
Shame.
You guys say pickup truck more than motorists? Or
motorcycles?
Yeah. I feel like I have more issues with
motorcycles
than
are more like, you be dumb, that's your life. Pickup trucks are like, they're dumb. That could be
Bro,
my
they'll
life.
go like split between like.
Yes, that's fine. You want to be
3
dumb
lane-
and you
like 2
clip my
lanes.
mirror? I'm going to get my insurance. Hey, my bad, buddy. Like,
Your insurance.
While
rate
his
is go
skull's
up.
cracked open on the street.
bro.
A pickup truck.
I mean, I'm gonna try to
they're
help
gonna
him.
kill me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try to help him.
You're
but
being a dick and you're gonna kill me. A motorcycle, they're gonna be a dick and they're gonna kill themselves.
we don't want nobody to die. But
So it's like, okay, if you want to weave through cars, okay, cool, I'll swerve.
it's kind of yeah.
But if I
Yeah.
swerve into a pickup truck, I'm dead.
I think I can understand that.
My other issue is if you have a car and you souped it up to make the loudest possible noise, like when I'm driving.
I guess
you
that's
also
kinda-
have a small.
That's kind of what I'm
penis.
saying with the motorcyclists too.
Cut the
'cause
muffler.
They do the same thing. They like
Yeah.
really make it loud and just is a really loud.
Because they
noise.
also have small penises.
Yeah.
It's small penises, but at least they have a sense of adventure where they might die. I drive a truck, it's like I'm a coward and I have a small dick. In a souped up car, it's like I have if I have a souped up car that's gonna make noise, it's I have never heard
I was picking up
a
weed from my
noise in
grandma.
the bedroom, so that's my sexual noise I hear is my nah. That's if you drive a
You can't even
that
You can't even finish that talk.
There's no sound coming from your bedroom. There's that paddleboard.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Paddleball.
It's time to do.
That's,
Wait, hold
that's
on.
why when I turn on my car, it's.
He was talking about himself the whole entire time. As he pulls
Those
off
are
in
the
his
three.
pickup truck.
There's 4 types of car owners: motorcycles, pickup trucks, souped up cars, and people with big dicks.
You said 3.
I changed it to 4. That's the 4. You fall in if you're a man and you own a car, you fall into one of those 4 categories. Comment down below where you fall.
Yo, there's gonna be somebody. There's gonna be a bunch of pickup trucks about to pull up. You're just gonna hear. You're just gonna hear.
Motorcyclist just.
Son of Anarchy's theme song playing.
And
in
then
the
I'll
back.
just
You
drop
hear
my
crows.
drawers, and then they're gonna be like hypnotized. What is that?
This nigga said.
You just pulled out a snake. That's
First of all, why would they say "whoa" to a snake? I thought you were gonna say something more elaborate.
it's
If you're
just a
gonna
regular
stun pickup truck drivers and
Earthworm.
and a motorcyclist, you gotta pull out something bigger than a snake. I thought you were gonna be like,
I'm gonna be walking down the street.
it's a whip. You're Indiana Jones now. Oh
Back
my-
off.
Oh my gosh, this thing is weak, bro.
But my pet peeve.
Yeah.
My
pet peeve
Let's
is pop
please.
filters.
But my pet peeve, I don't know where we went, is seeing chewed gum. Like when people put it on a wall
yeah,
or
you
on
don't
their
like
table.
it?
I hate chewed gum.
I hate it too.
Don't
Ugh.
check under there because I've been doing it.
It's like it makes my skin crawl. Like I can't. Like I
Yeah.
I have a
It's
lot.
disgusting.
Like I don't know. Maybe these aren't pet peeves, but it's like it makes my skin crawl. Like I feel weird. Like I don't know, and it's weird things.
Like what?
Clutter. Like a lot of clutter bothers me.
You have OCD?
Not OCD, and it doesn't. If I make
So,
the clutter,
if-
I'm fine with it because I put it where I wanted it.
So you just one of those
Hypocrite.
people. You're a
Hypocrite.
hypocrite. As soon as somebody else leave a mess, you're like, look at this mess.
Well, it's more.
No, my mess is
My mess is
organized.
okay. It's
I
more-
can do it, but these flags, we gotta move them.
I would say it's more if I don't know where something is. It like gives me anxiety. If I need to, like, if you said find the screwdriver and it's like I don't like where it got misplaced. Like
I'll give you
it's
$2
It's
to
not
find
in
a
a
screwdriver.
place. I can never find anything in this building.
It was organized.
Half the time you're the one who puts it in that
Yeah.
in said position.
No,
said
I
place.
know where I put every single thing.
No,
Yeah.
you don't.
Yes, I do.
Oh yeah? Where are your green Vans right now?
They're on my shelf, my shoe rack, right by my front door. Second shelf, second to the right.
I asked you where the internet bill was earlier today. You didn't know where it was.
Yes, I did.
No, you
I
didn't.
said it's in the conference room, and I found
it
the
wasn't.
envelope. The internet
That
bill.
wasn't the envelope.
The internet bill.
It was on the table.
But the internet bill envelope
on my table for some weird reason.
The internet bill
When
envelope was
couples
where I
fight.
thought it was. Someone took the bill out of the envelope. I'll pull the envelope.
No.
I'll pull the envelope.
No.
I said it's on the conference room table, and I said I found the envelope, and then you found the bill.
When couples fight,
No.
100%.
they'll be alright.
Anyway.
Booths.
But yeah, I agree.
Make it right.
Booths give me anxiety.
Booths like John Wilkes booth,
They made it
Uh,
right.
like the mic booth.
Restaurant booths.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like sitting on the booth
I'm
side.
a booth.
I love
I'll,
booths.
I'll sit on the booth
That's my
side if I
favorite
have
part.
to.
I request
But if there's a
booths.
Me
seat,
too.
if there's a seat, like an actual chair,
would you
I'll
say?
sit in the
Which
chair.
one is the most
What
comfortable?
kind of
You can-
monster are you? Who
You
doesn't
can,
like
let your,
cushion?
you can let your balls hang on the booth.
It's like
balls hang.
it's weird. I don't know, like the
On
way
the chair, I feel like I gotta sit
the
in like
crevices.
a
I don't like
confined
those
spot.
crevices. I don't like the crevices where the
Crevices?
cushions like where you can stick your hand down the cushion because you don't know what's
Why are you
down there.
sticking your hand down the
I'm
cushion?
just saying I
there's
don't
no
know what's
booth
there.
there.
I don't know what's there. I don't like to be
Wood.
exposed to.
Wood.
Someone could have put shit in there. Like who knows? I'll
Don't-
always sit on a chair. That's
don't.
one thing that.
But
always,
somebody could come up and touch you
or like a crowded,
I'd take the booth any day.
any day.
a crowded like.
If I ever got put in a situation, I'd ask for an electric booth.
I want to get a breakfast nook in my home so I can have a booth.
But that's different because I know it's good. Like, I have faith that you're not a monster. So I would sit in that booth. But it gives me anxiety if I don't. Or if it's just a flat wood seat, like where it's just the wood and there's no like cushions and like cracks.
Yeah.
I'm cool. This is going to be a very privileged anxiety thing I get is when you go in a boat cabin. Like when
Boat cabin.
when you're like in a little cabin on a boat
This is the whitest
I
thing
wouldn't
I've
even
heard.
with like couches and
I
stuff,
have no idea.
gives me anxiety. I think same reason. I don't know what's going on.
I've never
down there.
seen-
I feel like a boat cabin is not as clean
Wow.
and cleanly.
I just want the experience to know what a boat cabin
Yeah.
is like.
I wish I know what a boat cabin felt like.
Actually, I do. When I went to your family's house
Yeah.
in New Jersey.
We
I
slept
didn't-
on a
Nice.
boat.
I
slept
didn't
was
get
really
invited.
nice.
Me and D'Angelo slept on a boat.
Actually, I fell asleep on the diving board.
On the boat. Into the pool of the boat.
Now, I fell asleep on the diving board. I didn't fall into the pool,
You
luckily.
should've. That would have been funny.
And then I moved to the boat, which was very
You know how to swim?
uncomfortable. Barely.
Oh, that wouldn't have been funny though.
You moved to, you slept on the boat at some point.
Why would you
Yeah.
sleep on a diving board if you can't
I
swim?
was tired. We were
Nah, you never that tired.
highly inebriated. Yeah, we.
Oh,
yeah.
you.
And we were
you-
swimming in the pool.
It was a long,
You
long,
were
long,
D-Lo.
long day.
D-Lo, look at me. Don't let these white people put you in these dangerous predicaments, okay?
We were driving.
It was a great day.
We were
They have
driving-
you in a
It was
safety.
it was a great day.
We drove 20 straight hours.
All my decisions was based upon myself.
We drove 20 straight hours.
I
Then
made
we
poor
drank a
decisions.
lot, and then he
It was
slept
a
in
get
a
out
pool.
situation. I know
Yeah.
they gave you the tea. It's all right.
And the one thing about the we found out
You
when
about
we
to
were
be in a
sleep we
real
were sleeping
sunken
on this
place
boat.
when you drunk.
There was like 5
Yeah.
of us sleeping on this
It was
boat,
nice.
right?
It was
We all
nice.
were sleeping in these like weird spots. I found out every place we slept was a pull-out bed.
The diving board?
No,
Was it
exactly.
pull-out?
On the
It
boat, on the
extends.
boat.
Just
Because I was told like, why didn't you guys pull out like the beds? And I was like,
Or the part where they're like, why
Beds?
are you guys sleeping outside?
oh,
can
why
just
are you guys
inside the
sleeping on a
house."
boat in a diving board? You guys can just come in the house. And we went, no.
that's probably
We trashed that.
that's probably
boat.
the most privileged thing I've ever heard.
We trashed.
I would
that.
love to go,
It was it was a great day.
Mr. John Constantino. I know you watch these. Hook your boy up.
You should have came to Atlantic City in July.
Is it going around this year?
Maybe. But that's a personal topic.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other things that there was this restaurant in Tarpon Springs where I came from called Zante's Cafe. He was a famous New Orleans chef, right?
That's
And
with a name like that, he better be.
it,
Zante?
I went there with my grandparents. My grandma really liked it because she's like, it's so kooky, it's so crazy. I felt like I was gonna have a panic attack.
Why?
It was like if you took all these like anxiety things I've been naming,
There's
it was like
gum everywhere.
you walk in, there's shit everywhere. It's literally like a hoarder's home. There's like millions of paintings on the wall, all askew, like stacks of books, and it's like, okay.
What's wrong with books?
And then all the just like a pile of books on the floor.
This to show you that he's a messy
just stacking
genius.
up in the restaurant, in the middle of the restaurant.
He's a messy genius. That's what they wanted you to know.
Every table was a different table. Like if I just went to like garage sales and just bought tables.
That's different.
That's kooky.
Every seat at the table
I love
was
a kooky
different.
restaurant.
Right? Then like little children came out. And they're like, may I take, like 2 of them, can we take your order? They were like 8 years old.
Did they synchronize it?
They were not that creepy, but it was just like,
I would have lost.
I was like, I'm not doing this. Like,
can we take your order?
And then I
mean,
like,
I'd take a number 8, but
How was the food?
to go.
I remember the food was good. I said if I got the food to go, I would be happy. I'm gonna see if I can find some pictures. But yeah, I was like, if I could get the food to go, I think it would be good. He was like a really famous chef.
You know what's one of my pet peeves? When I try desperately to pay an internet bill. Pay an internet bill.
Yeah, that's a bunch of shit.
That's kooky. I would eat there.
Nah, that looks scary. Yeah, can we call them out? You think they're gonna cut us off?
Frontier.
Yeah, fuck Frontier. What's up with this, man? What's up with this?
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about that.
They don't go old school. They don't send no old school mail. Let us know that hey, when you set up and all that, you still had to pay. I thought when the dude came and hooked us up that he had our card information. Shit was right, but
it was your card information.
They acted like no, it was the company.
Oh, there's no money on that company card. That was your mistake.
That's
where we went wrong.
I thought there was money.
There's no money on that company.
Well,
there's.
We need to put money on the company
There's
card.
an outstanding balance on that.
Well, we probably are in the negatives on that.
So
company card.
So I shouldn't put it on that company card.
I mean, now if I know I can make arrangements, but this is a financial discussion. But anyway, our internet got turned
You were
off.
there when we did it. Do I act like I did it by myself? I said, hey, do you have the card? Can you put it in? And he said, yeah, I have it.
But then I thought we didn't go through with that.
Nah. Don't try to put me on blast.
Well, it doesn't matter because the card has no money. So
anyway.
Yeah. So we thought.
We're broke.
Anyway.
Subscribe.
We ain't got no money. Please. We need
Are you going to cut this? Or you
No, this is all
desperately need you to subscribe and get all your friends to subscribe because we're poor.
We just put our whole business out there.
The internet got turned off.
What little one we got.
We have been spending like 3 days trying to fix this internet problem. And then D'Angelo and I, because the internet is under Devon's name, I feel like maybe I shouldn't give that information, but what can they... No, actually, it proves my point. I can say as much information as I want.
Okay.
Because we had to go through this like role-playing today.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Where D'Angelo called up pretending to be Devon. He's like, I'm going to pay...
Let me hear your best Devon impression.
Let me hear your best Devon impression.
Oh, dude, that was killer.
Yeah, it is pretty killer.
Anyway,
so I got on the phone and I was like, I'm Devon.
And then
they're like, and I was like, actually, I need to use my friend's card. They're like, well, can we get your friend on there? And I was like, yeah, sure. And it was my card, but I
wait,
told them,
no, you're still Devon. You gotta say
Devon, yeah.
it was
you're gonna be the operator.
yeah,
you pretend to be the operator, and we'll go through the move.
All right, hello, Files.
Hello, it's Devon Wilcox. I want to pay my internet bill.
Oh, hey, Devon Wilcox. Well, give me 1 moment. I'll look you up in the system. Do you know your PIN number?
Yeah, the PIN number is.
Okay.
Is that really it?
Yeah, actually, we should probably beep that.
I wouldn't have believed
Yeah.
that. I wouldn't have believed that.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 second. Okay, yes, okay, I see right here. Yeah, you like to make a payment?
Yeah, I tried to pay the bill yesterday, but
Are you okay? Do you need a lodging, sir?
I'm Devon Wilcox. This is how I sound.
Okay.
So yeah, I tried to pay my bill yesterday. It didn't go through.
Yeah.
I have my friend's
Broke
credit card
nigga
here.
problems. Oh no, excuse me.
I have my friend with tons and tons of money. He's broke. His name's D'Angelo. Can I just use his card?
Yeah, that's fine. Can I just speak to D'Angelo?
Hey, D'Angelo, can you talk to this lady real quick?
Oh, hey, what's going on?
Oh, hey. Your Devon Wilcox is wanting to set up his internet account, and he said he wanted to use your card information to make the payment. Is that okay with you, sir?
Yeah.
Can I just have your card information?
Hey, here's my card.
Excuse me, was
the name
was that Devon in the background?
The name is DAGELO.
Yeah, because you spelled my name wrong.
And then he
wait. Are you sure that's
no, there's an
that's
apostrophe.
that's
There's
D'Angelo.
There's an apostrophe.
Oh,
apostrophe.
okay.
No. She. This is out of context. She took, he gave the wrong information, spelled his name wrong, which is my name, but it's his name because he's the one pretending to be me.
Okay.
And then I took the card back and I was like, she's just like, all right, I can speak to Devon now. So I was like, yeah. And then she's like,
this is very confusing. Can I just speak to Devon?
yeah. Hey, hello.
Oh, hello. Yeah, your friend, he was having trouble with the card information.
Oh no, actually, you more so said the card didn't go through.
Oh, the card didn't. Yeah. Wait, yeah. There's something wrong with the information. There's nothing on it, or it
maybe-
didn't go through.
And then D'Angelo realized he used the wrong zip code, most likely.
No.
Maybe.
That's when you spelled the name wrong.
Oh.
And I was like, actually, I don't think that you heard him correctly.
Okay, yeah. Okay, hold on one second.
His name is spelled D apostrophe A-N-G
Apostrophe. Okay, yeah. The other one was spelled like D'Angelo. When he told me D'Angelo, I wanted to put the apostrophe, but I know some people don't put the
Yeah, I
apostrophe.
think you just didn't hear him
Yeah,
correctly.
I didn't want to assume. Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
He sounded a little flimsy.
Declined.
Yeah, sir. It's still not going through.
That's so weird.
I put the
know-
apostrophe.
I know D'Angelo has a lot of money, and he's good for it.
Yeah, he sounds.
So it's
he sounds.
weird.
Isn't there an R&B? Is this the R&B D'Angelo?
No, it's not. It's
Oh.
the one that he was named after.
Her name was Ashanti, by the way.
Oh yeah, her name was Ashanti. Your name is Ashanti.
It is. The singer. That's why I was asking. I thought maybe we could do a
Then
collab.
this is where we got.
I
into,
was like,
this is when we got into the theatrics.
Hey, maybe it was the zip code
Oh,
that
okay.
was wrong.
Yeah, what was your zip code?
Hey, D'Angelo, what's the zip code?
Oh yeah, let me get right on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the zip code is 33 beep beep beep.
33 beep beep beep. Got it.
Did that go through?
Yeah. It went through.
And declined.
It's still a decline?
It was still the.
Oh my gosh, guys, I wasn't here for this. Oh, sir,
You're Ashanti.
it looks like it's still declined. I got the right zip code, 33 beep beep.
You know what? Never mind. I'll just pay for it on the internet.
Oh,
And she's like, oh yeah, well it's a 10. You're like, it's a $10
it's
processing
a
fee.
$10 processing fee, and
On the phone.
You're really kind of fucking up my commission. So
And then
you don't think there's something we could do to kind of work this out?
No,
or
I'd rather not pay the $10.
Devon said a $10 processing fee.
yes, sir,
Oh, yeah,
$10 processing
$10
fee.
processing fee.
Internet is not cheap, as you can tell. You're trying to
but
pay
it's
for
free.
yours. We have
It's
to,
free online. Why would I pay $10 on the phone? I'm done.
sir, try to go online.
I knew I should have gone with Bright House.
Oh yeah. Well, listen. If you can't pay for your internet, I
Click.
bet you can't pay your lights, and I bet your house won't be bright too long.
Click.
And then that was what
Ouch.
we went through, and we still don't have internet.
Still don't have internet. So yeah, I guess we were talking about it earlier, where it's like, I just want to give you my money so I can get my internet back on.
It's
Why
like
do I have to go?
I am
through
giving you money.
Through all this
Here,
rigmarole.
hoops of fire.
Say rigmarole. It's a bunch of
I have to
rigmarole.
go through all this hoopla.
When I had to set up my Xbox Live like a couple of years back, right? I had an issue with my Microsoft account, trying to get my Microsoft account set up. And it was just like, I'm calling customer support. I'm like, here's my credit card number. They're like, your account's not set up to take like a payment like that. I'm like, just can you take
Can
you take the money?
Can you take my money?
am giving you money, and you're saying you can't take it this way.
Shut
they're
up
like,
and take my money.
A lot of those companies are probably like off-site, so it's like,
And I had to go to a GameStop, buy the Xbox Live cards, like the gift cards, and enter it that
yes.
way. And I'm like, I just want to give you money,
yeah,
and you're making it harder. I'm not
Harder,
like trying to
yeah.
return the service. I'm not trying to cancel it.
Yeah.
I am trying to be a member.
I want to continue the service.
Yes. And it's just
you
like
guys not seeing. They're like, no.
when there's so many unnecessary hoops. And I wanted to bring up another issue we had.
What's that?
Was we were setting up our new editing computer,
Mm-hmm.
and D'Angelo was setting it up.
Oh, that was
And
mine.
he had to make a profile, a Microsoft
Yeah.
profile. So he said, like, oh,
This
how-
one was my fault. It was,
but it's still dumb. Because
Yeah.
it was, once again, so many unnecessary hoops to fix a simple problem. A simple problem. It was like, what's the name? He put in the company name, like email, put in the company email. What's your birthday? He's like, oh, I'll do it when the company started. And then all of a sudden, our account is locked because now it's a child's account because it's under 18. and we couldn't
Yeah.
change the
Yeah.
birthday to make
So,
it.
so I had to set up the
Wow.
email that I didn't want to use, and had to set that up and use that as the adult, and then the adult, for some reason I couldn't get the other one taken off adult or kids mode. It was really annoying. That turned into an hour and a half of me trying to fix the problem, and it's still not fixed.
Yeah, and once again, it's a Microsoft issue. It's same company I had a problem with, and it's just like, you guys are making it harder. You guys are making this more difficult than it needs to be. Yeah. And it's like, why?
Maybe that's why they're not as successful as Apple, because they don't want to take people's money.
Ooh.
Bang, bang.
Ooh, because Apple would have took that money
real quick.
Lickety
We'll figure it out later. Just give us the payment up front, and then we'll figure it out from there.
But another company, I'm trying to get these
just
segues.
Shots fired.
Another company that is
cut
really
all
big.
our services off.
Internet, water, electric. Another big company though is Google. This is a good segue, and
we're on YouTube. Be careful.
You know about tech. I'm not gonna bash Google. I like Google. I'm in the Google ecosystem.
The Google
Zone? Does Google learn my texting patterns?
If you have Google keyboard installed, yes.
Yeah.
Because
it knows whenever you type you're most likely gonna be like.
Well, yeah, I know that. I know where it's like I type the word and it'll pop up with like what it's most likely gonna be.
Mm-hmm. Predictive text.
Google has this thing, Google messaging, and it has this thing where, let's say
swipe,
you send me a text, it will give me 3 options at the bottom, right?
You get very basic responses though.
Sometimes,
but the thing is,
sometimes no.
You say like okay and awesome and yeah.
But it's weird
and cool
because literally, I will get a text. I'll like read it in my notification bar, and I'm like, okay, let me reply, and I'm like, okay, let me type my response, and the response is always there. It is a lot of awesomes and okays, but like sometimes it'll be like for sure. Like I've never seen for sure pop up, and I'm like,
my watch does that where like when you text and then it can predict like what you'll say to that question. Like, do you want to go out?
Especially
and it'll be like,
if you use the response.
I want to stay in.
Yeah, you never had the predictive text of do you want to go out? Yeah. It was I want to stay in.
I'm not old enough to get in there yet.
Wow, I've gotten into everywhere I've wanted to get in. Let's just say that.
It's just, mark as unread. But yeah, it's just I don't know. It's getting weird because it's getting so specific. Where it's like I was texting Phil today, and
it knows how you respond.
I was like, I want to say for sure. Never seen that as a predictive text, and I go to type it, and it's like for sure.
That's
I think
the most basic. You got like it's like.
But sometimes it's
you just say basic ass robotic responses to people. That's you. Like,
but I'm cutting. I'm not. What am I supposed to say?
It's all gonna be there.
They
have
like,
it programmed for a millennial white guy.
Those
are the responses Google has.
And I'll write. I feel like a girlfriend who writes a full paragraph text message, and then he's like, "That's awesome," and I'm just like, "That's the equivalent of K to me." Like just because you put more letters in it.
I'm trying to cut to the chase. If I have to reply, I'll reply.
No, you put no insight. You're just like, cool.
Yeah, I got the information. What do you want?
Sounds great. And I'm just like, all right.
I think you texted me that today, actually.
Yeah, just like.
Let me see. Hold on.
Hey, I'm going to be at the trailer around this time. I'm going to try to knock this out. We're going to do this. Cool. Like, okay.
Thanks, guy.
Bet.
Okay.
Like, are you also coming to the trailer? Are you gonna do things? I'm like,
yes,
he's just
it is. Cool.
Where's my phone at?
Like here,
Gorcha. Not gotcha. Gorcha.
Like, but the thing is,
I can't find it. I found it.
Like, what I'm saying, what I need to say. You want me to go through pure poetry?
I asked him. I forgot.
Sure, it was. Yeah, these are literal text messages. You coming?
You skipped a good one.
Which one? We had pepperoni pizza waiting for you.
Hey, I was talking about the refrigerator, right? The refrigerator that you guys checked out.
Yeah.
I was like, Was a red one smaller than a normal refrigerator? Red is a lit smaller. Lit smaller. A lot or a little? Lot. I'm like, bro.
A lot. It was a typo.
Me.
Lot.
It really is. This isn't a joke. This is my life. Yeah, my floor, my building. Insider.
Where I had your mom.
Beep. I'm moving.
But my thing is,
Since we gotta clear things up.
my thing is, what, like, you're not reading what you're saying. You're not writing this, like, question, and I'm like, okay. It's like, he said, showed up late. SMH. Like, what do you want me to say? Oh, man, what happened? I need to know. Give me the, like, you want me to write a sonnet?
What did I say I showed up late
I don't know. I'm trying to find, like, a, he said, so-and-so sold his ticket to so-and-so's friend. Make sure he pays you. Got it. What do you want me to say? What other thing should I say?
You should say, okay,
I got it.
bet, just tell them to whatever.
He said, wow, bro, you're an asshole. And I said, what?
What? Not like, why am I? Just what? What did I do? Why?
How could you
would
say that and leave it for everyone else to see? I'm so embarrassed. SMH.
I just want to clarify that was sarcastic because
Yeah, and I knew it was sarcastic.
somebody had told me. I guess we shouldn't finish this story.
Yeah, don't finish the story.
Are you bleeping it? Because I feel like...
Just say it real quick and then I'll cut it. Dude's done with the conference room and is like halfway done with the living room. And I recorded a song. That's awesome. What do you want me to...
Cool.
Like, how is that, like, not a sufficient response?
Is the song fire?
Yeah, like you could ask.
I don't like to text.
Yeah, you could have called me.
Fair enough. I don't know.
But, like,
I text if I have to.
You could have called me and be like,
or
yo,
if there's, like,
bro,
a funny thing.
what's up
but
with
I
the
don't,
floor?
I don't go, like...
And what's up with that song? Let me hear it.
I don't, like, text Devon, like, good morning. How's your day going so far?
You used to.
I hope you have a good night.
You don't text me like you used to.
I hope you have a good night.
And you don't sex me like you used
Imagine
to.
all the
You don't
dreams.
text me like you used to.
You know what I'm gonna say tonight?
Send me a
You
nice
ain't the AJ that I
soliloquy.
used to know.
Share your inner thoughts in the
I was
text.
gonna say soliloquy is more when you're speaking out loud.
I want him to share his inner thoughts for me in text.
Well, then that's not soliloquy.
Colloquially. Yeah. A text
So
soliloquy.
you know, you can talk about
Sequilic. I can't
Have
even
you
say
guys
the word
ever
anymore.
what words have you misused in the past?
Every word I've ever said.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Every word. I've never said a word and been like, yep.
You know what's one
I
word
mean-
that I used wrong? This was, but I
What's
probably
that?
found out like maybe 2 years ago, way too late. Detrimental.
Detrimental? You didn't know that was detrimental for your health not to know what detrimental meant?
Yeah, apparently not. I mean, I thought it was the opposite of
You
what
thought
I
it
was
actually
good?
read.
It sounds negative.
Like
Yeah.
you need
It
it.
does.
I could
It
hear
does.
But like
it was
if
actually-
it's detrimental that you drank water. Like if you don't, you'll die. Like I could see how he can mistake it,
Yeah.
but it's not.
Yeah, there's a few words. That's the first one off the top of my head that I can think of.
Which
Soliloquy.
one?
You can go with that.
Soliloquy. I used it right. I want him to use his inner thoughts. Yeah, I just don't want to. He's not speaking it. He's texting it.
Soliloquy is more like you're
Yeah,
speaking
when the
to yourself.
Yeah, when the actor
While
has
you're-
to portray their inner thoughts to the audience,
Yeah.
or the
So
author has to
That I just sent you a little treat for
use the
later.
character.
What besides not
I saw him go
being
in his
able
gallery too and add attachment.
besides not being able to spell shopping.
yeah.
I don't know if I misuse words. I know I do. I just can't think of it like
Off
a
the top of your
specific
head?
example. Like I think in the past I've misused word.
You know what an onomatopoeia is?
Words. Onomatopoeia is something that sounds how you like spell it.
No.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like boom pow.
Yeah.
Like in a comic book.
Oh,
like-
well, don't use that wording. It's noise. that you write. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to say it
yeah,
now.
okay.
I mean,
But I
that's
know the way you said it, I was just like, what?
That's basically it.
Like, it made it sound like you make them.
Oh, I know which
The
words.
word
I know
make-
what word I
anyway.
used. It's oh my god, it's gonna bother me, and this is not good entertainment right now. It's like something that is spooky. Why can't I think of the word?
Kooky?
No, it's like spooky. It's creepy. It's
Terrifying?
no, it's gonna bother me for the rest of this podcast
Well, I
because I
don't
can't
wanna
think of the
know.
word. But I was misusing it or mispronouncing it or something like that.
Haunting?
No, it was like it was almost maybe it was a French word.
Schachlebelig? Schachlebelig? Schachlebelig?
Oh, it's gonna bother me. I'll text
It's
you guys
bothering-
later.
it's
I
bothering me.
can't say on the topic.
It's bothering me.
And
Chinkies?
I just
you say
I didn't
You can't
misspell.
say
I
that.
misspelled shopping on
Why not?
purpose. I want to make that clear.
No, you did it.
I misspelled shopping. It was a little funny joke.
It's shopping, not
you did it.
shopping.
You did it on accident. You said
No.
You said you read shopping. You were like,
Yeah, well, he said earlier, right? This is
Yeah.
what he said verbatim. Oh, I seen the word and it looked like
It
it was
looked
right,
wrong.
but I changed it. So I'm like, so you can't spell, and that's even worse because you spelled it right,
Yeah.
and you thought that was wrong.
gotta
and
go
then
with
you
your gut.
changed it into something that was wrong. So that's even worse than not knowing how to spell it.
Yeah, you
Off
gotta go
the
with
top
your
of your
gut. Would you go on Cash Cab? I've been watching Cash Cab a lot lately.
Oh, 100%. I feel like I would kill
At
it.
the end of Cash Cab, would you double it or go with what you won? You win.
You gotta double it.
You win
You gotta
950.
double it.
He's like, I give you 950 right now. You could double it,
I would double it.
make it 2,000.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
Like 2,000.
Yeah. I would double it in a heartbeat.
1900.
That's what I meant.
I like Cash Cab. I didn't even
It's
know it's
late.
still on TV anymore.
Yeah, they brought it back, bro.
Really?
And if you get on Facebook Live, there's a social media shout out, and he'll go on Facebook Live and he'll ask the audience of Live the question.
Why don't they live stream it?
I just told you that. That's part of that.
But like I could
segment.
watch them answering the questions live. Like
Yeah,
I
you
could watch
help
a
them-
stream of
you
the.
help them answer it.
Oh.
That's part of their shout out. They go
That's
on social
awesome.
media.
It's like-
he asks
like
the
phoning a
question.
friend?
Yeah, and then everybody.
So I could just watch the live stream of that cab the whole day and just.
No, it's just for whenever he goes on live.
Oh,
For that question.
Okay.
Cash
that-
Cab, I had a whole different thing in mind.
What'd you think it was?
Cash Cab.
That's a little a little more erotic. I
That's fake taxi. You uncultured swine.
guess. Cash Cab.
You've never seen Cash Cab?
Cash Cab, the
I haven't.
game show.
It's a cab in New York City. You get in, and then
Bob-
lights start going up, and it's like, welcome to the Cash
It's
Cab.
like Billy or Bob.
And it's a game show that you do answer questions until you get to your destination.
yeah, it's like.
That's cool.
so
like
the
the
longer
longer
your
you go-
destination, you can rack up money.
But if you
Oh, that's
get
dope.
3 strikes, you get kicked out with no money.
Dang.
And
When I lived in New York, we took cabs all the time. I never got
You
no
never
questions
caught the
to
Cash
ask for
Cab?
money.
I used to, because when I was younger, probably middle school, I used to watch the Discovery Channel all the time.
yeah,
And I would watch,
You and me,
Cash
baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do it on Discovery.
and I
Channel.
heard that song and I was really disappointed. I thought I would see some like,
trash.
Yeah.
I didn't think I would watch a guy answer questions in a cab from that song. But I would watch Cash Cab. Mythbusters was my shit.
MythBusters was the shit.
And there was this.
Until they started bringing in the new cast. And got
Yeah,
away
I didn't
from the
like
original-
those. I didn't-
I was like, what are we doing, guys? Bring back the 2 old geezers,
I
the OGs,
there was one show that was so
the
underrated.
original geniuses.
Did the original Jesus. Did you ever watch a show on Discovery Channel? Super underrated.
Yeah.
It came on like at 3 p.m. only. It was like right after school. It was called To Catch a Thief.
No.
And it would basically be like, hey, hello, sir. We knock on your door.
You calling me a thief?
No, you own a home.
I don't.
I'm a thief. We're filming a show called To Catch a Thief. We're going to hook up spy cameras, like hidden cameras, and at some point in the next 2 weeks, we're going to rob you. And they would rob and basically be like, do you think your house is secure? And people would be like, yeah, I have an alarm system. I I lock my doors.
Yeah.
And it would basically be these people breaking in, getting by their security,
This sounds like
literally,
the whitest show.
literally stealing it everything out of the house, and then at the end they would like show how much money they would do.
stole.
And sometimes the guys were dicks because they would take stuff and just smash it on the floor, like for just a show. And then you would bring the people
Just
in
to make it more real.
Yeah, and they would watch the footage and they would start crying like that was my grandma's like urn.
That was my grandma.
Yeah.
No.
And they would be like, "Oh, why did he just rip up the photo album?" And they're crying.
That doesn't sound like a really good Discovery Channel show.
That sounds like a terrible show.
But then
I wouldn't even say like that might be a little bit entertaining, but what are they showing on the
but
Discovery Channel?
then they would go through and remodel the house with all security cameras and security.
yeah, but do I
equipment
get the shit back that you
I-
broke?
Yeah, no.
Do I get my
That's broke.
Do I get my grandmother back?
That shit's too far. As soon as they started doing that shit, a producer should have been like, "Yo, dude, you taking this shit?"
It was two
Turn off
dudes.
the
How many
cameras.
seasons did they
Turn off the
get?
tent.
Oh, they were on for a while. It was
How many
two
seasons
dudes.
did they get to ruin people's purpose?
Time to go home,
It was
guys.
two dudes, and they would alternate who robs each time.
Oh my
One was
God.
like really good at like gymnastics, so
What
he could like
happened-
get on top of like the building and like cut a hole in
He's
the roof.
like, you're gonna
What
need
happened
to
to
cut
learning
a
about
hole in this
penguins
roof.
and orangutans?
It's
and
learning
whatnot?
about security and safety, and
No.
but they
No.
used to be. And the thing
It
is,
sounds like a MTV show.
Could
No.
you shoot them if
Wait,
you caught them?
No, because they would. You didn't know, so they would like scout the house out until you like left.
Yeah, but
And then there was one
what
that
if
was
I
so
stayed?
creepy.
I stayed at all times in the
Well,
house and had people leave.
There was one that was so creepy because I still remember it vividly. She had a home office. She was like on a conference call, and the guy robbed her while she was in the home, and she didn't know. And they knocked on their door, going, "Okay, you were robbed. Time to look at the footage." And she's like, "What are you talking about?" And she watched the
Wow.
footage, and he's like sneaking behind her, like
Oh, that's
taking.
scary.
Oh,
And it's
wow.
like,
That's fucking creepy.
and it was just like.
He's like, you could have died.
But the opening intro always went over, and they're like, "We used to be
They
crooks.
robbed.
We robbed people." I'm like, how did they get these
They
guys?
robbed
They-
while she was still in the house.
What a come up! You go from
Yeah.
robbing people's homes
All it
to now
takes-
having a
All
reality
it takes
show
is
where
one
you.
producer and one smooth talking
Well, I think
criminal.
I'm
One-
telling you,
to make this
that's
kinda
that's
show.
the world. That's the world that we live in.
So-
You know what? I like
You-
to get my
America was stolen. These, like I've mentioned it before, the big like
he's going on it.
I am moonshiners, like big liquor companies who like were booming during the prohibition are the same companies that are still now in existence, thriving.
oh yeah,
Right.
for sure.
You know,
How?
you gotta break the rules. You know,
Um,
that one dude who like broke into music festivals or
Yeah.
snuck into music festivals,
Dressing
then
up.
became known for breaking into or to sneaking into music festivals.
Yeah.
Where the music festivals were asking for him.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was called "It Takes a Thief."
It's
But like one guy I guess like had a security business, and the other guy became a school teacher, which was weird. They always point that out. Like we used to be robbers and crooks. We used to break into homes, but we reformed. We learned the error of our ways. I'm a school teacher, and I was like.
Only thing I break into are these books and these children's
I was
minds.
like, I always felt like that was
And their
weird.
hearts.
Like, was the school okay? Like him on TV going like, "I used to rob people."
Hey,
Excuse
did you see Mr. Jefferson rob that house?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I was watching that. I didn't even do the homework. I just rewound the tape. If he asked me, I'm gonna just rob him and get the test.
Yeah,
I've been practicing.
We learned from the best.
He's
We
like-
had a good teacher.
He's just like the teacher becomes the student.
It went on for 2 seasons,
Yeah,
80
that
episodes.
sounds about right.
I'm gonna rewatch it. It was on their website.
That sounds about right.
Two
2
former
seasons
thieves
is
who
all you
use
get.
their expertise to teach people in an unusual way to protect their property.
Why would they break shit? That's the only part that I was like,
Sometimes they were like really like. Oh, and then the other times there was like special episodes where they would bring a crew in too. It wasn't just one guy robbing; it would be like 18 guys like in the house, and they would wear like moving
And that's the
outfits and,
crazy
have
part.
a fake moving truck because they're like,
Yeah.
oh, you just rent a moving truck, and people just assume if they were really robbing you. Sometimes they would just go and take like expensive stuff and leave. Other times they would be like, we're gonna move the moving truck in and just act like
I
we're
didn't,
these.
and
I didn't
also-
know Sarah was moving today. Honey, did you know Sarah was
Sometimes
moving?
they would get caught.
For a
Sometimes they would
minute,
get
I was
Mm.
like, "Sarah's moving? Where's she going?"
But so yeah, sometimes they would get caught, or like the neighbor would call. But the one thing I learned, and it's always stuck with me, is dogs do not bark when you are not home at strangers.
Yeah.
The one thing they showed in that, like these, they would be like, "Oh, we have our dog. The dog always barks. It would alert
Yeah.
the neighbors anytime like someone comes up to the door."
Yeah.
And they went like, Nah.
I've
Like
heard
you throw a treat. You throw a treat, and it's like the dogs never bark when the owners aren't home.
I've heard a few times where like people have gone robbed that I know of, and they expected their dogs to do something, but their dogs are just.
It's because y'all baby y'all dogs like they're babies. If you want a guard dog, you
junkyard dog.
have to make. You don't have to make a guard dog, but you have to.
You gotta have that thing on a chain.
You gotta train your dog to be a guard. You can't be sitting here like this. My little fur baby, picking it up on its back, rubbing its belly, giving it little treats, and then be like, "All right, I'm gonna leave." And
watch the house for me.
You're gonna go into full beast mode, right? All right. Like no, that's like pampering a little baby, and then being like, all right,
you're gonna be a
go.
UFC fighter.
You're gonna go fight in the ring. It's like you've never had to fight for anything.
You're
not gonna fight now.
Here's the intro: John Douglas Rainey, burglar, thief. Matt Johnston, thief, intruder.
I said Mr. James.
They were a couple of housebreakers. They turned their lives around. Private eye, school teacher. Now they're back for one last job because to catch a thief, it takes a thief.
We turned our life around into profit. We still like to steal shit, but we're willing to give it back as long as we're getting paid. But once this show ends after 2 seasons, we're back to robbing.
Now they just steal your time at 3 o'clock. 3 p.m. on the Discovery Channel.
I would watch it, and then it would be like Cash Cab after, and then Mythbusters, and I was like hooked. And it was like I would just watch that stuff. I went through like this phase of like 6 months where I only watched Discovery Channel.
I didn't. I watched Zaboomafoo. That was my Discovery Channel.
What is that?
That was my Discovery. You don't know Zaboomafoo?
I know what
the lemur.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's
Zaboomafoo was
he's
my
like a meme
shit.
now, almost, right? He's like a meme.
Zaboomafoo was my shit. The little lemur, he just fly around, and then he would talk, and he was real sarcastic. And he would just have fun, and they teach you about different animals, and he'd be like, oh, I just like to eat. Nom. And then he'd be like, yo, Zaboomafoo's that.
That's at least a Discovery Channel show.
That's after D'Angelo's time. He was more
like
of
PBS.
He was more of a lamb chop guy. That was around his time frame.
I don't think I know Lamb Chop.
You know Lamb Chop.
I don't know Lamb Chop.
I
know Babe.
Babe, that'll do, pig.
That will do.
That'll do, donkey.
You know Lamb Chop.
Maybe if I seen a picture of Lamb Chop.
Oh, I know Lamb Chop. You know
yeah.
Everybody knows Lamb Chop.
This lady.
Yeah.
Picture of Lamb Chop will be right here.
Oh, I remember Lamb Chop.
Right there.
Right there? Oh, yeah. I had Lamb Chop like a week ago.
About a week ago.
And that's where the song of "This is the song that never ends." It goes on and on, my friend.
Oh, I thought we were doing Young Jock. Oh, fuck, little boy. Need to fix your shirt, little boy. Jang-a-lang. Bernie Mac, little boy. You don't remember Looking Boy? Looking Boy was hot.
He doesn't remember Looking Boy.
You don't remember Looking Boy?
No.
Ring around your tub, Looking Boy.
Oh.
It's just a roast session the whole entire song.
The whole time. It's just a song that never ends. Looking Boy.
That's the edited version.
Lamb Chop, Looking Boy.
That's the edited version.
I did want
From what I remember.
I wanted to clear the air on one of my mistakes, though. And I wanted to do it on Squad Goes to Westeros, and I kept on forgetting.
What's that?
I think D'Angelo knows what it is, but it was on a episode, I believe, episode 5 of Squad Goes to Westeros, our Game of Thrones recap show that now finished. You can watch the final episode on YouTube, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, but in episode 5, it was Taylor and I on the podcast, and we were talking about episode 5, season 8 of Game of Thrones.
Yes.
And a white horse comes in. A character stares at the white horse. She gets on the white horse and rides away. And we were trying to go over the symbolism of that white horse.
Yeah.
And Taylor's like, I think from an earlier season, something's coming to my mind. Death rides a pale white horse. I'm like, yes, you're right. That is from the books. Death rides a pale white horse. I'm kind of glad they're bringing it back, and I want to see how this pays off. The prophecy that you're bringing up of Death rides a pale white horse, this and that. I think it's going to pay back in a good way. And I went on, and then afterwards I was like, let me read that prophecy from
the Bible.
Yeah, I was like, let me read that prophecy real quick from Game of Thrones so I can kind of theorize for the next episode. And it was from the Bible.
Real biblical.
And I just kept on going on like it was Game of Thrones lore, like. I think that's a very interesting take that they're gonna bring it in this late in the game.
I think you need to sit back and really think. Do you think the stories are so exaggerated, like Game of Thrones, or do you think Game of Thrones is so?
No, it was just
parallel?
the white horse stuck out. Like, and I just when he said it, I'm like, that sounds familiar. It has to be from the Game of Thrones books. And I was like, yeah, it probably took place in the House of the Undying, when Daenerys is in the House of the Undying and she's getting these prophecies. I'm pretty sure they brought up Death Rides a Pale White Horse, and it's kind of weird that they're bringing it back this late in the game, but hey, I'm glad they're paying that off. A little Easter egg for the fans, and I was like, no.
None of that was wrong.
Talking out of my ass.
Straight out of it.
And I was like, what? Like, I looked it up, I'm like, it's from the Bible? It made so much, because the character is known to kill people too, and I'm like, oh, Death Rides a Pale White Horse, obviously, and I'm like, I've heard that somewhere. I know Taylor didn't just make it up, so I'm like, it has to be from Game of Thrones. Why would they have her ride a pale white horse?
I'm gonna rewatch some episodes and see what I said that was wrong and like correct myself, because there's nothing worse than giving out misinformation.
I think that was the one thing I can think of that we were necessarily
Y'all shouldn't
wrong.
do that. I never looked back at any of these episodes to see what I said.
You don't want to give away misinformation.
I think we have theorized
Google's for.
wrong, or we kept on saying like the show is going to go in this direction, or speculated.
Oh, you're talking about Game of Thrones?
Yeah,
of course. That's just
and we kind of, but I can't think of any game. Or were you talking about Game of Thrones?
No, I was just saying in general.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, for sure. We talked about in the Squaggles podcast. We have talked nothing but lies. The Game of Thrones episode.
I've known everything I've said.
You could probably rewatch this episode and pick out 5 lies I said. 5 things I was wrong about.
Yeah.
And how to spell shopping was one of them.
Don't judge us. I'm glad you admitted that though.
I kept on wanting to bring it up on Squad Goes to Westeros. Like, hey, I was dumb. I was an idiot. I didn't
But
mean.
you never had the chance.
And I kept on forgetting because
You should just do.
We were so heated.
We were emotional.
We were heated
after that last episode.
Yeah, I guess we didn't talk about how, like, we watched it in the office. So we had a little group, a little watch party, had food, pizza, and then we went straight to record.
Yeah.
And I have to rewatch our episode because I feel like all the other Game of Thrones episodes, we had 12 hours, 18 hours to kind of think about the episode and kind of sit and see how we feel about it, and then kind of came in a little more educated. This, we watched it and went straight here. Like, I think it was probably 15, 20 minutes at the most. And it was like, we were very passionate.
Yeah.
There was raw feelings coming out. And it was like, that was the first time we watched. I think that was the first time we watched it as a group.
Yeah.
So it was just like, I liked it. It was like a nice little watch party. It was good.
Yeah, we should do that more often.
Yeah.
Not to talk about the show too much, but I hated the ending for the most part.
Everybody hated the ending I saw.
I think if you haven't watched it, maybe it would still be a good experience. I still like, especially, like I said, the first 4 or 5 seasons really, really captured me.
That's what everybody
And I think
says.
that was some of the best television I've ever seen. It was my favorite show at one point in time.
Have you seen the memes that are like, it's like drawing a horse, and it's like a
Yeah.
very detailed horse, like season 1 through 3, 4 through 5, and it's like 6 through 7. It just becomes like a little stick figure almost.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, the Game of Thrones must have fell off hard. I heard people are
was still-
petitioning to get them to rewrite the whole season.
They do that for everything. They
And
did
then
that for Star
There were
Wars.
still a
then
lot
the
of great
writers-
things about it, but for the most part, the story kind of didn't really revolve around itself really,
I
really well.
think, they just rushed the ending. You could tell they didn't want to make it anymore.
I saw a meme that was like, when you remember the essays due the next morning, and it's like season
Yeah.
8.
That's funny.
And honestly, realistically, they should have went to season 10.
I was going to say the same thing.
I read something, and it laid out an outline, and it wouldn't have changed much.
Yeah.
But it would have gave them more
time for the story.
And it was like, if you did season 7 and season 8, the Night Walkers,
Yeah.
season 9, the Cersei King's Landing storyline, and you see Daenerys as Mad Queen,
Yeah.
and then season 10 dealing with a Mad Queen.
Yeah.
I feel like that would have been, boom, you ended at 10, would have been perfect, because that's I did have issues with the things that happened, but it didn't make it better that it was rushed. Like, I'm not a person to complain about the plot unless the plot's really bad.
Rushed?
You can tell I wouldn't, if you gave me the exact same plot but actually gave the time to make that plot good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to complain of where it ended.
Yeah.
It was just, oh, we're doing this? That was not set up.
That's
like,
yeah, I hate
was-
when things are shown up that aren't set up, and I hate when like character development is rushed. Like
yeah.
when people's relationship is rushed to like a week, and you're like, no, you either don't put this or put it.
Well,
in a
Yeah, and it
more
also
elaborate-
became like I seen someone that kind of said something that was kind of interesting, where like foreshadowing isn't necessarily good character development, you know. And it was they kind of like did that, but they kind of
Yeah,
got
'cause-
to the point without all the middle stuff, which
And-
is really like the part of Game of Thrones that I really
it was
enjoyed.
just,
The pacing.
yeah, it was, a lot of stuff happened in the early seasons, but it was a very slow show in the sense that, like, let's say a character wants to go from one city to another city. That was a season, and then things happen along the way. By season 7 and 8, it would be like, I'm in one
Time
city,
jumping.
cut to the next scene, I'm in the next city, I'm over here. And you could imagine that it took a long time to get there, but
Yeah.
there was one episode in season 7 where it was like,
This
the
is
way this
impossible.
timing is, like, you have these guys fighting for their lives, they send someone to another location, that person comes to help, and it's like, there's no way I can imagine this took months
Yeah.
for them to, like...
It was they were in a time crunch.
Yeah.
Like you
They're
could-
like, they were
He
literally...
was whipping the fuck out that horse. He's like,
They were literally on
It wasn't even
melting...
on foot.
They were literally
He's running?
on...
Yeah, he was
they-
on foot, right?
he flashed
Yeah,
it.
they were
Yeah.
literally on melting ice. Like, that's how you know it was a time crunch. They were on a frozen lake that was cracking, and they're like, you're the fastest. Go. And he runs,
And that's
and then he goes tell someone, they come, they help. and
They're
it was
also
just,
the fastest.
that's set up for the new Flash coming out.
Yeah, go get the next and the Sonic. Did
Yeah.
you go get the hedgehog?
That would be the only way to cover up
It was
that,
just-
in that situation.
because before
At the end, you see like a lightning flash in his eyes or a spark at his
He's like,
foot.
it didn't
What's up,
bother me.
Tails?
It didn't bother me, the
Let's go
fast
get some
traveling.
chili dogs.
Like, let's say when Tyrion goes, I'm going to go meet Jaime in King's Landing. It didn't bother me because I just imagined, oh, it took him a couple weeks to get there. And
Yeah.
we just didn't see it because we don't have time to, like,
Yeah.
let's see the adventures along the way. But that was the worst of it,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
it was like, you guys are on a cracking lake.
Yeah.
There's no way this took 3 months
Yeah.
for someone to come.
Yeah.
But the whole series was like that. It was like,
Yeah.
how long did Arya
Before-
take to get from King's Landing to wherever she ended up? But it was like,
Yeah.
that took 3 seasons of her, like, on foot, like, like, let's go.
Yeah, by 6, 7, and 8, that stuff kind of just started just like.
But I still recommend the show.
Yeah.
I like, if you want to watch the show, I'd be like, it is still worth your time. And I said it on the podcast, it's the asterisks of those last 2 seasons are a little rough. The quality's still not there. But I would still say the quality is better than most shows.
Most
Yeah.
shows.
Season 7
Is it
and
better
8.
than Hoarders?
Yeah, for sure. Season 7 and 8 is still better than most shows out there.
Yeah, I mean-
but then when you compare it to seasons 1 through 4,
It's
like,
trash to itself.
yeah, but it's still better.
And there's certain
It's-
things about season 7 and 8 that were like.
There were
nice.
really good moments.
The shots, like a few moments, but a lot of the cinematography and stuff like that was pretty cool.
But that's why my top 2 shows on TV now are Mr. Robot, best show on television, hands down. All 3 seasons are perfect, and season 4 comes out in the fall. And then second best show on TV right now, Better Call Saul.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Isn't it?
No, new season comes out soon. Second best show on TV.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is the best show.
I want to watch that, but I have not watched it.
It is my
But
favorite show.
I rate my dramas and like I keep those in separate categories.
Brooklyn
I don't
Nine-Nine
mesh because they're so
is
different.
the best show out.
And I watch those differently. Like, I'm not there, like, watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, like, speculating, going, like, oh, where's it gonna go? I'm there watching it in the moment, laughing, and I'm like, this is fun. I'm enjoying myself.
Have you ever seen the show Lucifer?
No,
You should watch it.
I don't want to. It looks like some CW bullshit.
It was it was on one of those channels.
It is some
but now it's
CW
bought out by
bullshit.
Netflix, I think.
Yeah, it's a Netflix original.
I'm like, no,
Bullshit.
it's not. But it says it on Netflix.
Is it,
Netflix original? I'm like, no, it's
The
not.
moment they buy the rights, they can
yeah,
put it on.
yeah, I'm
So,
saying.
You could tell it's a CW.
like, Arrested Development says it too, and it's like that.
Like you know how like CW has a certain like light and
Yeah.
shots that they do.
Like if you could show me a CW show and not tell me what channel it's on, I could be like, that's a CW.
That's
show.
CW.
Show
CW
me,
has a very specific
and acting.
Yeah.
In the way the actors look. Like
Yeah.
if you look like you're a supermodel first, actor second,
Yeah.
and the lighting's that way, and the way what you're saying is
Yeah.
that way, I'm like, that's a CW.
I'm surprised you didn't put Riverdale in that category.
I have not watched season 3 of Riverdale. I watched the first couple episodes,
Yeah.
and then I fell
I
behind.
thought you were a Riverdalian.
They're all coming on Netflix tomorrow, season 3.
So
So, I'm
What's
gonna
their,
watch it.
So you're gonna
what's
binge
their school mascot?
I thought you about to be.
I don't know what their mascot
Whatever.
is.
You're one of those.
What?
I can't remember.
Well, they're the Serpents.
The serpent.
Is the gang that roughs up the town.
That's what I was thinking.
Are you a serpent?
Yeah, I am. But I watched the first 5 episodes of season 3. Things came in my life where I couldn't watch it, and the way the CW website works is you can only watch like the last 2, and I got 3 episodes behind. I'm like, well, I missed an episode, and I can't get back to that episode.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me just wait until it comes on Netflix, because they have a deal with Netflix that the moment like the season finale just aired last week,
Yeah.
and all of season 3 comes on next week.
I
Like,
literally meant that as a joke, but I didn't know you were so passionate about this show.
I have
loves
my
it.
second podcast called The Riverdale Cast, and it's I've been falling off on the Riverdale Cast because I've not been watching Riverdale. It's just garbage. It's hot garbage. I admit it. It is like any other CW show, but better. It is so bad that it's good, and that's my.
Watch
It's one of those.
Lucifer if you like Riverdale.
I might. It's one of those like, you could watch it. Like if we did a C3 on all of Riverdale, it would probably be some of the best C3s we ever done, because it's that like cheesiness, but it's like Happy Death Day, where it's like we know we're cheesy, we know what we're doing, so we're just gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like we're not pretending we're art.
Happy Death Day 2 coming soon.
C3.
C3?
Commentaries.
Oh, cool.
We haven't recorded it yet. It's not
Oh,
out.
I
on
thought you guys
Blu-ray.
would say that it
No.
would.
No,
yeah,
we
we're
said
recording it.
we said we're not gonna watch it until
Oh.
we do the C3 because we liked the first one so much. It was like a surprise.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just
and a
that's
shout out from the creator. From what?
yeah. He liked one of our Instagram posts.
No.
But yeah, that's how I feel about
Ask me if
Riverdale.
it
It's
was a
just
good movie.
it knows what it is.
Yeah.
It's like the first 5 episodes, it didn't know what it was. Actually, I would say the first half of the first season, it didn't know what it was. It wanted to be a CW show where I was just like, I'm watching this because there's a mystery and I'm interested about the mystery, but this is all some BS.
It wanted to be a 2019 Twin Peaks.
Not even. It wanted to be... I feel like it embraced the Twin Peaks the second half. It wanted to be we want to make these teenage girls go crazy over the romance and stuff, and
Yeah.
it wanted to be a typical CW show, like a Vampire Diaries.
Yeah.
And then I think the writers went, let's just go nuts. Like, let's just have fun. What's just some crazy things? Basically, everyone brainstorm, and we're not going to say no.
We'll throw it in, people.
Like, crazy cults, okay. Serial killers, okay.
Witches?
Archie joins the mafia, okay.
Zombies?
Archie starts a vigilante group running the streets like as a masked villain.
Spoiler alert.
Cool. And those were all real things that happened.
And all spoilers that you
Spoiler.
did not say.
That was all.
Wow.
That was all things.
You had to put a spoiler alert.
in the
we was just
first-
talking about that.
In the first 2 seasons, that all happened. Because they
sounds
would
like
go like,
legitimate thing.
the story doesn't care. It doesn't go like, it goes, he joins a mafia. Cool. Next week, okay, I'm going to go hunt down a serial killer in the streets.
It's
with
like a comic book.
Yeah, it's exactly like that. It's like they have a little story arc that takes place over a couple episodes. And then it's like, okay, time for a new issue. And it's like, Archie and the like zombies. That didn't happen, but I'm sure it will.
It will.
Because the crazy cult hinted that there's going to be like zombies and witchcraft. But it's like, that's the thing. It's like that second half of season 1, they go, we're not this teen love drama.
Yeah.
Because it had a murder mystery. It starts off with a murder mystery, and you're like, I was more interested in that. And I was like, okay, I'll like fast forwarding through.
Who killed Laura Palmer?
He loved
Kinda, yes, exactly. It's like the Twin Peaks. And I'm
Who
fast forwarding
Framed
through the
Roger
teen
Rabbit?
drama, like just like on my phone, and then like I said, halfway through season 1, then it goes, let's go Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
Let's embrace the weird. Let's
Yeah.
story. We don't even care. Like characters are gonna say things that doesn't make sense. Like it just like you said, it's like a comic book. What makes sense for this issue?
Yeah.
okay, this is the genre we're doing because this is what that issue asked for. It's like a weird like Archie one-off of like Archie's Halloween spooktacular, and it's like characters might do things that they didn't do last season, but that's what this issue is.
Yeah.
This issue is a different. It's like if you jump to different dimensions.
Enough of the Riverdale.
And that was our Riverdale cast episode 2.
2.
I don't think I still have that intro, and I will not make another one.
You should use it.
I would have to find it, and I might not. But yeah, that's Riverdale season 3 Thursday.
Is that what
Actually, it's out. It's out.
Is that what we're leaving off of? Riverdale.
No.
Enjoy.
2 Chainz. Riverdale.
Enjoy.
Riverdale.
All right,
No. Aladdin comes out Aladdin's out today because it's Friday.
Aladdin. Oh yeah.
Check it. Anyone excited?
Yeah.
I refined my thoughts that I told you yesterday,
Okay.
but please.
About when you were hating
continue.
on
Yeah.
Will Smith?
Yeah. He was definitely hating on the Will Smith thing. I'm excited. I want to watch it. Yeah.
I want to backtrack. I have said from when Will Smith was announced that I was excited for Will Smith as Genie. That doesn't
Actually,
bother me.
I texted him. I was like, "Yo, did you know Will Smith's gonna be the new Genie?" He was just like, "Cool."
Not my Aladdin.
No, because it came down to Will Smith and Kevin Hart. Those were the 2 Genie options.
Oh, if it was Kevin
I just
Hart,
threw up
I
in my
would have.
mouth a little.
I
It should have
feel
been
like-
Gilbert Godfrey.
I feel like Kevin Hart would have just done a Robin Williams impression of this high energy. I'm crazy. Hey, and
I
then
would have turned it.
I said-
I would have
I said
never
with Will
spoke
Smith,
of Aladdin.
I would have never watched it.
and
no.
I said with Will Smith, he's not going to be this crazy person. He's going to be this cool talking, smooth guy, and I like that. The thing I told you guys yesterday was they released the Prince Ali song, and I wasn't feeling it. And I figured out why I wasn't feeling it. It was not the song. I like the song. I listened to it a couple times after. I was like, I don't mind the song.
Was it set design? Set for me, it was just a little bit of the set, but that's just
That because it seemed a little cheap, but it was also if you watch because I watched the original song, I watched the Will Smith version, and in the original, it's a crowd of people who do not care.
Yeah.
It's another prince trying to marry the princess. Okay, and it's the genie who
Gets everybody.
he's hyping up the crowd. He's teleporting in to like as different people in the crowd going like, oh, he did this. Oh, he did that. And it's like by the end of the song, they're all dancing. They're all having a good time because he did it.
Yeah, but you just saw a clip. You didn't see the whole song.
It's a good chunk of that song. It's a good chunk.
You don't know how the starting scene did. He probably does the whole pop in.
If he does, I won't argue. And like some of the trailers I like, some of the trailers I don't like. I'm very
I'm just
lukewarm
saying,
on the
you
movie.
need to give the Fresh Prince. a
I
chance.
just feel like the point of that song was he was being a hype man. He was getting that crowd to go nuts. So then now the king and the princess are like, oh, who's this?
yeah.
But the crowd starts bored. Like they're just
Yeah.
like, and he's the one going like, he did this, he did that, and like teleporting around, like, oh, look at him. Like, I wish that was in it, and it doesn't.
It may be.
It might. And if I'll take it back.
I think it might be.
I'll take it back. But that's why I was lukewarm. I've been a fan of the Will Smith Genie.
We should watch it.
Let's go. It's out.
Oh, it's,
Because it's Friday.
yeah, it's Friday. It's so Friday.
Friday.
It's not Wednesday. A couple days before Friday, but it is Friday.
I heard your roommates were trying to get a group together.
My former roommates.
Your former roommates were trying to get a group
Yeah,
together
and
to
they
go.
didn't invite me.
Wow.
Oh, the same guys who tried to see who was gonna be Aladdin, who was gonna be Genie, and who was gonna be no, actually it was Ra's al Ghul. No, Ra's al Ghul. I'm not my Batman. The one villain guy.
Jafar.
No, there's
Yeah.
Jafar, and then the other guy, the guy with the
The
sword.
parrot?
The guy
Oh
with the
yeah.
sword.
It was like his 3 roommates, and they
Razul,
said
Razul.
who would be Jafar, who would be Aladdin, and who would be the
Razul.
big guard
Razul.
out of those 3. And
Yeah.
there was only one correct answer.
Who?
It would be. Can I say it?
Well, yeah, of course.
I
Well-
feel like they don't know who.
Well,
these
Mark's
people-
been on the show before.
Mark, who's on an episode, would be Aladdin.
Well, hold on, pause.
Wow. D'Lo's like, wow.
You're wrong.
Wow,
Yeah.
I'm Aladdin.
You're wrong.
You would be Jafar,
I want Aladdin.
and then Manny would be the guard.
No, that's not.
Wow.
That's not what the people said.
Wow. D'Lo's mad. Tell them why you Aladdin, bro.
The
The people spoke. They said I'm Aladdin.
I was not.
Saying I can show you the world.
I was not in your house.
Wait, hold on.
I can show you the world.
I
That's
just-
all
I
Now
just
call
fell
up
in
Mark
love.
and put him on speakerphone. I'll say this: I was not at your house for this conversation.
Yeah.
The conversation that took place in your household somehow ended up in my household. So I was with my household discussing his household, and my household,
Which is just him.
No.
It is
Him
Google.
And it's Google. He's like, Google, who do you think would be Aladdin?
it would be DJ's boyfriend from Full House.
Leave me alone.
Google's just like, I think it would be Mark.
No, my household at the time, we all said the same answer. We all said, obviously, Mark as Aladdin, D'Angelo as Jafar,
Wow.
and Manny as the other guy. I don't know.
I'll show you after this show.
Wow, I'm Aladdin.
I'll show you after this show.
We like I said, it was a parallel conversation because the conversation was happening at your house the same time it was happening at my house.
Oh, it was funny
because it was like people were texting.
Manny was mad about it.
Yeah, Manny thought he would be Aladdin.
However, yeah, he thought he was gonna be Aladdin too, which he's not Aladdin. He's so Razul. But then one of my friends, Wilson,
What's the Paris name?
Yago. One of my
Yago.
friends, Wilson, had put that Manny will make a great genie, and after that, he's like, "All right, I'm cool with that."
What's the monkey's name?
Which I think he would be. Abu.
Abu. Who would be?
I have a funny story
Who
about
did-
Abu after the podcast that I don't want to tell on.
Who would be the good? What's the Paris name?
Yago.
Yago, Abu, and the carpet. Who would be the best? Who would
Out of us three?
out of us three? I call Abu. Nah,
I would
Yeah.
be the
I'm not
carpet.
the carpet.
I would be the carpet.
Definitely not Yago. That's the worst.
he's.
Uh,
I called Abu, so you gotta be Yago.
AJ's definitely Yago.
No, I would
'cause
be
he
the
talks
carpet. I would be the
Yeah.
carpet. And that was
And
our
he
episode
sounds-
of the Squad Goals podcast.
I
Episode
thought you were gonna say
53.
something about
you
being
guys
the
tell
carpet.
us-
Tell us in the comments who you think would be the carpet, Yago or Apu.
Abu.
That was our
I think it's
episode.
Apu.
Have a good
Apu.
night. We're out.